it's Cindy. Welcome to our final video in our Showered with Love series. In this series, I'm featuring products from our Under My Umbrella bundle, as well as our Frosted and Clear epoxy droplets. Take a look at the cards we made in this series. You can see they're all note cards with a coordinating color palette: Balmy Blue, Calypso Coral, and Daffodil Delight. I've made matching envelopes to go with them. And so let's put these together and put them to the side, and I'll show you how we can create a storage box for them. So we are going to start with 2 pieces of cardstock. We have Balmy Blue, which is 2.5 by 3, and Basic Gray, which is 2 3/4 by 3 1/4. We're going to start by stamping on the Balmy Blue cardstock. So let me put down my silicone mat here, and I'm going to grab a stamp, which is one of the images from the Under My Umbrella stamp set. This is the little raindrop image, and I'm going to just stamp this all over the front of the Balmy Blue cardstock, like so. The next thing that we're going to do is put some adhesive on the back, and this will get mounted to the center of the Basic Gray cardstock. Okay, the next step is going to be to do some punching. So I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and then this is one of the punches from our heart punch pack. So this heart is just a solid white heart, and then the second punch in the punch pack has a scalloped heart, and we're going to punch out a piece of Calypso Coral cardstock with that punch. The next step is going to be to do some stamping. So we're going to stamp on this white heart here. I'm going to grab my Memento ink pad, and then I'm going to stamp this with one of the sentiments that come in the Under My Umbrella stamp set. It says, "Rain or shine, you're always on my mind." And so that's going to get stamped right into the center of that Whisper White heart. Then we're going to mount these two together, so we'll add some adhesive, and then we'll mount that solid heart right on top of the scalloped heart. So this punch pack is just really sweet because these punches layer together so nicely. The next step will be to add some dimensionals to the back, so I'm going to add 3, and then I'm going to remove the backing, and then we'll press this right to the center of that Balmy Blue cardstock, like so. Okay, so you all know what the next step is. If you're following along in this series, it's time to add our flowers. So I have this flower image from the Under Umbrella set. I'm going to stamp it. I'm going to color it with my Stampin' Blends markers. These are the 4 colors that I used. And then you can see that you're going to want to do that 4 times. You're going to color them all in. So by now, if you're following this series of videos, you've already done that. You've cut them out with your paper snips. And then after they're cut out, you're going to throw them in a container. And now how many should be left in the container? Only 1 is left because this is our 4th video. Okay, so you guys should all have that flower part down by now. So we're going to take this little colored cluster of flowers. We're going to add a couple of mini glue dots to the back. And then this is going to get mounted right over the top of that sentiment, right where over the words rain or shine. Okay, we are going to add dimensionals to this later, but for now we're going to put this on the side, and let's get started on the box. So we'll be using one of our acetate clear boxes. Now these are great for storing regular size cards, but the cards in this series were note cards, so we're going to have to crop this box down a little bit. So this box is 8 inches long, so you're going to place it in a guillotine cutter and cut 2 inches off the box from the edge of the box. And when you do that, you're going to have these 2 separate pieces. So you have the base of the box and then this little cap. So then what we'll do is just take the box and you're going to open it up and assemble it, and it'll assemble very easily and snap into place as an open-ended box and then a little cap just like this. So I'm going to grab the cards and stack them all together, and I'm going to stick them inside this box. Now I want one of the cards facing in one direction, and the back I want that to be all white. Then I'm going to take the little cap, and you can see the little back flap on the cap right there. So the front, this white part is going to be the front, and this colored part is going to be the back. So I want that little back flap to be on top of where the colored cards is, because where the cards are is actually going to be the back of the box. And then when you flip it over, this is going to be the front of the box, okay? So I have a piece of Bird Ballard Designer Series paper. Now it's all of the colors in this paper that were the inspiration for these projects. So I'm going to take this rainbow sheet of paper, I'm going to cut it into a 1 by 12 inch strip of Designer Series paper, and then I'm going to lay this down and put some tear and tape just at the very edge. And it's really important that it just goes along the very edge because this is going to be a really tight fit on the box. So I'm going to take and remove the backing, and then I'm going to lay the box right in the center of that strip. Let me move this so you can see it a little bit better. And then there's no need to score it. You can just kind of pull it up and pull it over, and then pick up the bottom and pull it over. And you want to stretch it so that you can see why it's really important to have that tape just at the very edge, because you don't want to stick it down to the acetate box. You want to make it so that it can slide very easily off. So then we're going to take this piece here, and you can see because there's only a 1-inch strip, we want to add our dimensionals directly down the center of that basic gray cardstock so that it will adhere really nicely to that colorful belly band that we wrapped around the box. Okay, so let me press this on just like so. And now to open up your box, you just slide this belly band and you will be able to then lift up the top of the box and get to your cards. So to complete this, let's add our embellishments. Again, we're working with the frosted and clear epoxy droplets as well as our jewel rhinestones. So I've put a large droplet to the right side of the heart, and then I'm going to just do a combination again right around that cluster of flowers. I don't think on any of the projects I did this the same way. I just alternate the droplets with the rhinestones and just give it an interesting pattern, and no matter which way you do it, these little embellishments will add just that perfect little shimmer and shine to your projects. So let's just take a quick final look at all of the projects. We're going to slide off the belly band, open up the little cap on our acetate box, and then inside we've created a fun shaker card with that cute umbrella on the front of it. And we have this shiny rubber boots on this really sweet friendship card, and then of course this sunny and fun punch art card. I just want to end today's video by saying a special thank you to all of you guys who have been sending so much love my way. Thank you for all the encouragement that you've given me to continue to create videos for you. It's really been fun learning how to do this and sharing stamping with you in a virtual way. So until we stamp again, everybody, have a happy and blessed day. Aloha!